Hey guys, for my daughter's 13th birthday, we're doing things a little bit different this year. Instead of buying a cake, we're gonna be making one. Her favorite thing in the world is Rick and Morty. I thought, how cool would it be to recreate a Rick and Morty themed cake and make it myself? This is going to be a 3-tier cake. I used a devil food cake mix and I used a confetti cake mix. Look how pretty that blue icing is with the sprinkles. It's amazing. Right now we are putting the second layer on and just a little bit of icing. That way we can put the tiny tier on top. Y'all, I've been holding back on making this cake for a while now, but I'm super excited. Let's just hope she likes it. After putting on the third tier, I'm going to put on the icing and completely cover the cake. We're gonna be using fondant for the very first time. It's like a sugary, clay-like texture, and we're gonna be making one of the characters out of Rick and Morty. This is supposed to be the scientist, so just work with me. Keep in mind this is the first time I've ever used fondant, and most of it was pretty hard. So this was me trying to make one of the characters from Rick and Morty, and because it was so hard, this is what we got. Now I'm just gonna outline and make some eyes and kind of go around the cake with this food gel and see what we can create. This food gel was giving me a headache because it was super runny and I don't even know. I like to bake a lot, but I have never made a cake like this in my entire life. This fondant almost had the consistency of clay, and it was starting to get hard, so I'm pretty sure that Walmart did not, take it off the shelf and recirculate what they were supposed to do. But needless to say, I will not be purchasing it from Walmart anymore. Honestly, this character looks like a clown. You can tell me I already know. I'm just really hating this coloring gel because it is so runny, but it was easy to maneuver with. I like it a lot better than the fondant. This character also looks very scared. It was supposed to be the scientist character, and, well, you can tell from the way it looks. Just watch till the end, you will understand what I'm talking about. I had a few different ideas for this cake, but what stuck out the most was that they like to time warp on this show called Rick and Morty. So I thought, how cool would it be to kind of make a time warp cake where they jump back in time to some crazy dimension and make something weird out of it? At this point in time, my daughter was just wanting a cake, and I thought, okay, I'm just gonna see what I can come up with. I bought 2 different colored cupcake icings from Walmart. The first one comes in a squeeze can with these little different attachments. And the second was just a regular squeeze bag of icing. I maybe spent like 20 bucks on this cake, so I mean, it was not very expensive at all. Now that I think about it, it looks like he's flipping somebody off, but he's really not. To be honest, I just want to get this cake done and over with. I'm so excited that it didn't fall apart when I took it out of the pan. Maybe it's because I completely let the cake cool down before I did anything else, because the last time I didn't, it fell apart. My kids keep running back and forth in the kitchen, so I keep getting distracted, but I'm just ready to get this cake done at this point. Hopefully it turns out the way I think it would look, and, well, you will see the results at the end. I'm fixing to get the cupcake icing and add, a different attachment and see how we can create it. Right now it's screaming it vibes. That's the feeling I'm getting from this cake. Okay, guys, here's the cupcake icing I got from Walmart, and it comes with 5 different attachments, and I just put this cool little attachment on it like this. Keep in mind, it's very humid out, so if you can tell, every time I remove the attachment from the cake, it looks like it's kind of melting. And no, the cake is completely cooled down, so it's not from the cake. We're now adding some grass light feature at the bottom. We're gonna go around the cake and completely cover it like this. And oh my lord, it's melting. I'll have to play around with these attachments more in the future. But so far, this is what the bottom of it looks like. Now to add the decorating red icing. My theme on this cake was that Rick and Morty time jumped back into a snake pit and he was being eaten alive by snakes. You will kind of understand when you see the end of this cake. There's so many different things I could have done, but this is what it turned out like. Now we are gonna add some gummy worms to make it look like even more of a snake pit. Next time I won't be using the Haribo twin snakes either because they were pretty hard and they weren't chewy. They were just like a hard, rubbery, different texture that I did not like. This cake looks pretty crazy already. So crazy. I have no idea what my kids are gonna say. Hopefully, it'll be good news. I was going to put rock candy on it, and it just kind of crumbled on top, and then I realized it was cinnamon rock candy. Yeah, no. Finally, it's time to cut the cake, and at this point in time, my daughter's standing behind me, and she's watching me cut the cake. I wanted to get her reaction pretty bad, but she was consistent on not being on camera. It looks pretty much like I'm dissecting him at this point. So this is how the cake turned out. It looks pretty cool on the inside. Look how pretty that is. I love it. It's my first 3-tier cake. Now let's see what the kids think about this cake. But first, let's give it a taste test. Oh my god, it is so moist and amazing. The kids love it because they're almost done eating it. Look how pretty that is. Thanks for watching.